Hello, my amazing artists. Today we're going to create an Antoni Gaudi inspired mosaic. This is going to be a special type of sculpture called a relief sculpture. To begin, you're going to write your name on your cardboard, which is going to be your base. This is where we're going to build the sculpture onto. So to know what you're going to build, you have a few choices. You're going to draw the silhouette of an object. A silhouette is the outside lines and edges of a shape. I am going to use this handout of a silhouette of a lizard, and I'm going to trace that. In class, I'm going to show you some ideas for your silhouette to draw, but the most important thing is to know that you are drawing the outside edges of that shape. After you have drawn, it's going to transfer to your base, which is your cardboard, and then we're going to start creating our relief sculpture. So in class, we saw that a relief sculpture is something that has been built up off of the base and it's attached. Now ours, we're just going to build it first and then we will attach when it is dry. For this project, we are using air dry clay. This is because it's easy to mold and it dries really fast. Also, it does not require any baking or heating, and the air itself will dry the clay. So, some things to know. The more you touch it, the faster it dries. Your goal here is to fill in the silhouette that you drew with your clay. You want it to be built up so it actually is three-dimensional. But this is a relief sculpture because it is on the base and we only see it from the sides. We don't see it from all the way around. So I'm using my fingers as tools and I'm just starting to kind of push and move around that clay so that I'm filling in the silhouette that I drew. Today, I really just want you to experiment with how it feels to work with the air dry clay. You'll notice that as you push it, it will start to form different shapes. And if you need something small, you could create something called a coil. That's when you take a little pinch of your clay, you can roll it in between your hands like I'm doing, and it's going to create what looks like a big, long kind of tube. That's called a coil. We can use coil when working with clay for so many things, but it's really helpful when working on those itty bitty little parts. You could even make something so small. See that little coil? And then all I'm doing to attach is just using my fingers and kind of blending the clay together. Now before this dries, we're going to attach some different bling to create a mosaic. We learned about mosaics in class, and we learned how Antoni Gaudi is very famous for his beautiful mosaics. Now for this project, we're going to go a little quickly so that you can just press the bling into the wet clay. Now, if you wait too long, the clay will start to dry and it won't really work. So artists, just try your best to attach a few pieces and then we will let this dry. So because this is a relief sculpture, the base is a part of the artwork. We want it to blend in with the clay so that it looks like it's a one piece. So we're going to use tempera paint to decorate the cardboard. Now when using tempera paint, it is already wet, so you can just stick your paintbrush into the color that you want and then start painting. I recommend doing this style that I am, which is just going around the silhouette of your object. Now, of course, it is up to you how you want to paint your cardboard and what colors you want to choose. But no matter what colors you choose, before you move on to a new color, you have to clean your paintbrush. So give it a little bath in your cup. You can rub it on the edge of your cup like I'm doing. Then use your paper towel to really clean off the paintbrush. Tempera paint is a little thicker and it sticks to a paintbrush more, so it might take a few tries, but then if you look at your paintbrush and you don't see any of the paint, it is ready to move on and you can choose a new color. Your challenge is to color and paint in your entire cardboard piece. That way it's nice and bright and beautiful. Okay, after we have let this dry, it's time to attach the clay to the base. So I'm going to help you do this. I'm going to use some hot glue gun. When we're using a hot glue gun, we have to be very careful not to touch the hot glue gun itself or the glue that comes out of it. It's very hot and it can burn you. So that's why I'm going to help you with this. And then also, artists, if you notice that either your clay has broken a little bit or maybe the mosaic pieces have fallen off or they are loose, I will help you attach these using some crazy glue. If you ever notice that it has started to break or things have fallen off while you are at home, please ask an adult if they can help attach it back to your base by using some crazy glue. You never ever want to use this on your own because this is toxic. Only adults can use this. But there you go, artists. Your final result is this beautiful Gaudi-inspired mosaic relief sculpture. I hope you have fun creating.